Hey, welcome back to part 2 on what would you do if this happened to be your landscape project that you were facing. Say you just bought this home and the house on the inside and everything about the house was fine, but you wanted to put some investment into the landscape for use outdoors. What would be some of the things that you would address when you see this as you're walking through it and you're going, I wonder, okay, maybe I should, I wonder if I could, I think I want to. How would you prioritize this landscape project? There are some things that leap out at me when I see it, and I will explain that here in just a few minutes. But I'm curious to know what you would do. And I'd love to see a comment or two down below. Now, this is a large piece of property, and the little garden shed that you see there is still on the property. The small garden that you see right below there on the lower right is still on the property. And the rental house over there is still on the property. But I'm talking about the main house. Now we have hardwood maple and birch forests that surround the house. A very large forest sound break between the house and the road, and then a tremendous amount of turf throughout the whole place. Now there are some spots like the veggie garden, like the fire pit, etc. But when it comes to usability, you have to go out there on the grass everywhere you go. So would you do something to change that, or would you leave it the way it is? Currently, the owner on a 46-inch ride-on mower, when it is wet and things are growing, spends 4 hours and 30 minutes a week mowing. 4 hours and 30 minutes. That's a long time on a mower. A couple tanks of gas. So how would you approach that maintenance angle? Then you have these beautiful, beautiful mature spruces that are here. Huge, huge maples out front in the lawn area. And an over 400-foot driveway leading from the road up to the homestead. So you have a lot to work with here. A lot to work with. And say, for instance, you won the small lottery and you have a couple $100,000 that you want to spend. That's going to be your budget. You've established a budget of $200K. What would be your top 5 priorities? These are the things that designers and contractors prioritize when we sit down with a client. We establish a budget. We ask the likes and dislikes. And then we start thinking about the creativeness to bring their likes to life and the ability to comfortably and beautifully be able to apply functionality, aesthetics, usefulness, and purpose behind everything that we do. So, I ask you again, you got a $200,000 budget. How are you going to spend it here? And what changes are you going to make? Pretty big question, huh? But hey, fire away. Let me know what you would do. I would really like to know. If you tune in to part 3, I'll tell you some of the ideas that I do have. All right, see you over on the channel. Thanks for tuning in.